Yeah, that's the biggest mistake that people make is like they get to their goal.
Right.
Okay, I want to look the best by the time I have to go to the beach in the summer or whatever it is. I have to look the best for this event, wedding or whatever it is. And they work really hard toward that event. And then once the event's over, there's not that looming thing in the background.
Exactly.
And then they just stop and they go back, revert back to their old ways. And that's the wrong approach to have. If you don't see yourself doing something long term, then it's not the right thing to do. And yes, there are certain periods where you have to kind of push the envelope and kind of slam on the gas a little bit and say, okay, I'm going to diet really hard for X amount of weeks because I want to lose a little bit more.
Right.
Or I'm going to have this period, maybe during the holidays, where I'm going to take a couple of weeks to kind of like take my foot off the gas and enjoy the events and things like that. But, you know, there's a time and place for all that. But if you're really working toward one thing, and let's just say it is a wedding or an event, and you get to that event and you look the best you've ever looked, now you're going to revert back to your old ways. Everything that you work for is gone. So how do you maintain that, right? I think the key with maintaining that is being able to do it in such a way that you're able to maintain all that progress leading up to that. Yeah. So again, like I've talked about this so many times, especially on my channel, you know, keto's a great thing to do for some certain people. Certain people just respond to that better. It's a great thing for some people to do because it works for some people. It's easy. You don't have to think about it. I just take the carbs out and that's it. But are you really going to sit here and tell me you're never going to have another carb again?
Right.
Like, it's just unrealistic long term. Like, yes, it'll work for you for a month and you'll drop a little bit of body fat doing that quickly, right? And if you need to do that, yes. But that's not going to be something you're going to sustain long term. So instead of looking for that quick win, do something that you could see yourself working toward. Like, that's why we talk about flexible dieting, because it allows you to have the things that you want, and then you're able to maintain that loss. And again, I think it also goes into learning about nutrition, period.
Yeah.
Like, you have to understand how nutrition works in order to be able to maintain, you know, your physique. So there's two things that you have to look at when it comes to maintaining your physique. So one is obviously going to be the approach to training, and one is going to be the approach to nutrition. So since we're on the nutrition topic, we might as well roll into the nutrition discussion. So again, like I said, flexible dieting is going to be the best way to do it. There's no other way about it. And it's not about fitting Pop-Tarts in and fitting in those things you like. And like, yes, that's part of it. But it also teaches you how your body views nutrition. And that's the thing, is your body doesn't view nutrition as, okay, I'm eating this food, so I'm going to burn fat because I'm eating this food. It's like, no, I'm eating 25 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. That's what I'm eating right now. And that's what my body's going to utilize. And looking at it like from those numbers makes it a lot more like, oh, there's no magical foods. Because that was the thing when I first started, is like when I first started bodybuilding, you know, Anthony, you got to eat more sweet potatoes. Just eat more chicken. You know, and it's like, well, why can't I have rice? Why sweet potatoes? They're just better. Why? You know, there was no rhyme or reason behind why. Yeah. So it all comes down to that nutrition approach first, and being able to first do something that you can maintain, you know, all the time. That's why, like you said earlier, for us, it's easy because we don't have to think about it.